Hello there and welcome. My name is Linda and this is my channel Linda T70. Thank you so much if you're a returning viewer and subscriber, and if you're new, thank you so much if you just stopped on my channel by chance. Hope you enjoy my content and watch my other videos as well. Right, now today is we're now on the 25th of November, so you don't have to be a genius to work out there's only a month to Christmas. And this week is starting my Christmas decorations week, and nothing is sort of simple really, is it? If you've watched me for a while, you'll know that I really like Christmas. I like decorating for Christmas, but now I'm getting older, it's quite a lot really, hopping up and down ladders and things. So I'm trying to pare down what I do, but I still want it to look festive. So to that end, I've got rid of an awful lot of my Christmas decorations. Got rid of those in the beginning of the autumn. Now I have bought a couple of other things, but I'm not replacing the things I've given away or sold or whatever. It's just things that have caught my eye, and I'm thinking, oh, that might look nice if I do this, that and the other. I don't really have a decorating plan. But anyway, so last night me and current husband got the stuff out of the loft. He didn't moan about that at all. I will show you after we've done this sort of camera piece chatty bit. I'll show you the state of the house at the moment. And I've got, so today's Monday, so I'm going to try, if I get time today, I'm going to try and get some basics in place just to give me an idea of where things are going. I don't know if it's just me. I suspect it's not, because I do watch other people decorating their houses, but Christmas always makes you move all your furniture around, and you have to get rid of stuff that's there all the rest of the year and find that somewhere for that. I mean, I suppose it depends how much you decorate, doesn't it? But I've been sitting there in my living room and well, anywhere, all the rooms in my house in the last couple of weeks, thinking, right, well, if I move that up to there, and then I could put that there, and then the tree could go there, and then this and then, and it's just a major operation. And this morning, I made a start with the hallway. Now, this is nothing to do with Christmas, but we had a new Wi-Fi, broadband and whatever a few months ago. We changed our provider, and they put the box thing in our hallway on a shelf that's there. And I did say to the guy, could you please leave enough cable, because I knew I wouldn't like it there. Could you leave enough cable so I can move this around, so basically so it's out of sight, because it's about this big. And anyway, so it's yeah. Anyway, to be fair, he didn't. He might have left us a bit more than he would normally, I don't know, but it's always been in the way. So current husband put some trunking up to keep all the wires together, because we've also got one of those Hue things, that do your lights, and it plugs into that as well. And there was a phone, which I've given up on the phone, to be fair, like a landline phone. That was all the cables were in the same place. And basically it's all gone to pot now, and the trunking keeps coming away from the wall. So anyway, I thought, well, I'll move the things in the hallway round, and I'll put all this on a shelf underneath the hall table. Well, as soon as I touched it, all the broadband and everything went off. So and I'm fiddling about now. I'm not at all technical, and I don't really understand a lot of this stuff, but I do know there are certain procedures that you go through to reconnect your Wi-Fi. I mean, it does dip out every now and again, so I generally know what to do. So I tried that, and I tried this, and I tried something else. Got onto the emergency technical support helpline to my daughter at 8:15 this morning, asking her what to do. She told me to go on my app and try and do it that way. Well, it won't work. So basically, I don't have any Wi-Fi at the moment, which isn't a massive problem. I can still get on and do what I need to do. But I do like a bit of noise in the background, as you know. If you know me, I've said this before. So I've got, everything's quiet. So she's gonna, if she gets a gap in her work, she's working from home today, fortunately. If she gets a gap in her day, she'll come and give me a hand, because I'm getting all sort of you know that emoji where the eyes, sort of the tears, they go, oh, that's how I feel this morning. But anyway, I don't know what I've done. I've tried to push all the plugs back in. I've done all the things that I can think of. Anyway, hopefully she'll be able to sort it. She probably will, because she's ever so very good with that sort of stuff. And when you've got somebody that's good with that sort of stuff in your family, you kind of, I mean, I do try, don't get me wrong. I wouldn't just get her to come around here for any old reason. I do try things, but poor thing, because she lives around the corner, she's always the first one we call on. But she's moving anyway at the weekend, so she won't be that far away, but she'll be further away. So yes, and that was to do with that as well. I've got a Dunelm story for you. Just a annoying thing, really. She's completed the purchase on her house, which has taken forever. And I can hear a doggy. What are you doing? Which doggy are you? Can't see. Is it you, Tilly? She'll be wanting to go out in a minute. So she's got the keys to her new house, and so we went shopping on Saturday, and we went to Dunelm. She wanted some curtains and some curtain poles and some lighting and whatnot. Oh, hello, Bo. And so there was a particular lampshade she'd seen online for one of her boys, because their boys are now going to have their own bedrooms, which is great. And it was in Dunelm, but it was hanging on on the display thing. So we looked around. I think you probably know what's coming here, don't you? We looked around and there was no stock on the shelves. So we were in there about 9:30 on Saturday morning, so it was quite quiet, and staff were fairly thin on the ground. And I think there was a duck behind the counter when they see you, don't they? They see you coming their way. So we said to this woman, we found someone, and she was nice and sort of helpful, and they've all got the headset, haven't they? And they're talking into that, and they've got their little either an iPad or a phone or something, and they're looking stuff up. It's all, supposedly make your life easier, really, doesn't it? And so my daughter asked her if they had any more stock. So she did the mission control, blah, 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 blah. And they didn't have any more stock. So we said, well, can we have the display one then? And she said, the woman said, well, it's not, I don't know, I'll have to check, because it's not as easy as it looks to get that down. And I'm thinking, well, I can see it's hanging on a pendant. I can see that it's not within easy reach, and you'd have to stand on something. So I jokingly said to her, I said, well, she can stand on my shoulders and she can reach it then, if you like, which I don't think this lady found at all amusing anyway. And she obviously doesn't watch my channel, does she? And so she said, well, I will check with my manager though. And then she was talking to the manager, and the manager said, definitely no, we could not have this lampshade. And she said the reasoning was that it's new stock and there's more coming in, and they're going to need the display. So I said to her, well, what about when the new stock comes in, because you've actually sold one, you could just put a new one on the display. No, sorry, we're not allowed to do that. And I know all of you probably will have had similar things, just a little thing. And I did say to the lady, I know it's not your fault, but you kind of think it is. You sort of think, why don't people use a bit of what is it? Common sense. It wouldn't have been that difficult just to stand on. She didn't have to climb on a ladder. She could have, well, not her, we would have done it. But then there would have been issues over, what if you fall off and you claim against the company or something? It's just all so tedious, isn't it? So anyway, I think she bought something from somewhere else which is nicer, which she's happier with. But it does grind my gears, the fact that and I've had this before when I've gone into shops, and you say you want something off of the display, might be clothing or whatever, and it's display team isn't in till Tuesday. And you think, well, why can't somebody just take the thing off the shelf? I mean, it's just madness, really. Absolute madness. But anyway, but we had quite a successful day. Although, I tell you what, I've been somebody's, you know, I've had a home that I have been sort of in charge of soft furnishings for the last almost 50 years with, you know, one husband or another. And I've always managed with curtains and poles and things. And also, of course, at one time it's all just inches and feet rather than, you know, the metric system. But of course, to be fair to Dunelm, they do have the conversion on each label. So, and I've always gone with that, and I've measured the space, and I've gone out and bought what I needed, and that's always been fine. I've got fairly standard windows, so that's not really a problem. And my daughter had already bought some curtains from another store, and the more she was going on about, my daughter was going on about the measurements and asking me what what additional length you know, and is it a length or width you need to cover the gap. I mean, I'm getting myself in a tiz just thinking about it now. And the more she was on about it, and I'm thinking, why am I finding this so difficult? So we found this lovely lady, Shabina. She knew what she was doing. She worked there, and wasn't just some random person walking past. And she said, well, you need this, 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 and this for that size window. Of course, they didn't have any of it really. So, and then we went to the blind section. She wanted a blind, and oh, it was all a bit. But she did manage to spend a good few quid in there. So all good. And yeah, just don't take me shopping because I'm absolutely no help at all. I don't know how I've managed all these years. But it was just like somebody speaking in Mandarin to me. I just didn't know. She said, well, if you have to go twice this and double that, and anyway. So the first thing to show you today, I just wanted to show you my lovely poinsettia. Can you see that? It's quite a large one. I don't know where it's from. My son and his son came for Sunday lunch yesterday, and they bought this with them. And I don't know where to put it. I don't know where the best place for it will be, but isn't it lovely? It's a nice big one. Lovely green leaves, but they just die so easily, don't they? I read the instructions, and it said obviously don't overwater, don't let the leaves touch glass, so cold surfaces I suppose, so don't put it in the fridge. Yeah, don't eat it. You're not supposed to eat these plants, are you? So I'm going to have to try and find somewhere that it will be happy, because I've bought these every year for years, apart from the last 2 years I think, because they just, all the leaves drop off, don't they? And it's all just so disappointing. So sometimes it's easier to buy the faux ones, but this is so nice, so I thought I'd show you that. It's lovely. And that's a quiz question, isn't it? What colour are the flowers on a poinsettia? And the answer is yellow. Because everyone thinks they're red, but these are just the leaves. These aren't the flowers. You probably know that, but I'm here to educate as well. Also in Dunelm, I bought, while she was perusing the curtains, I bought a couple of strands of greenery that I want to do something hanging from the ceiling over my table, my dining table, and I don't know what I'm doing yet. I don't know how it's going to look. I just had a quick look at the greenery while I had the opportunity. I was in there. So anyway, I bought 2 of these, and these were £6 each. I don't know if I'll use them for that, or I might just use them in a garland somewhere. It's all suck it and see really. So 2 of those. I bought 2 of these, which they're kind of a nice green, aren't they? They're a little sort of like there's been a frost or something. And these were £4.50 each. They're not the cheapest things, are they, these things anymore? But anyway, you know, they will be kept and used. So 2 of those, and I bought this as well, which is like I thought a wraparound thing around I don't know how to explain it really, but anyway. So it kind of looks a bit like eucalyptus. I don't know if that's what it's meant to be. Oh yeah, eucalyptus garland, £8.50. Again, I think that's quite a lot for that, but I was just picking them up really quickly and I didn't, to be honest, really look at how much they were. I'm really shocking, aren't I? So I thought, yeah, with some colour in there. I'm seeing a lot of decorating that people are doing. That's very, they call it neutral, don't they, or natural, same thing I suppose. And not much colour around, but I do like a bit of colour, so we'll have to see how we go with that. I don't think there's anything else I bought to show you. What did I write down here? Oh yeah, just nothing random subjects really. Well, I was thinking when my son came and my granddaughter was away with her other nana overnight, so I didn't see her, just saw her and his son. And just thinking about, he was showing me some pictures of his flat, because if you've been a regular viewer you'll know he's recently moved, and he's put, I gave him that Trofast unit that we had for his children. Well, it was meant for him anyway, well, meant for his children. And he was showing me that the new room, they've got some bunk beds now in the room, because they were waiting for my daughter to move so they could have her children's bunk beds in his flat. So that they're all sorted out now, and he's put all fairy lights around. He's showing me some pictures, some multicolour fairy lights all around the window and all around the edge of their bunk bed. And I said to him, because I don't really think of my son being particularly like me. So this conversation really is about your children, whether they're like you or not, and what your expectations of if they're going to be the same as you. And I said this to him because physically, I've got a daughter and a son, and physically my daughter I don't think looks anything like me or my side of the family, but she is very like me in a lot of ways, and people always say she looks just like you, and I think it's because, not because she is, because I don't think she is anyway. Of course, everyone sees somebody as they see them, don't they? We all see different things. But I don't think she's physically, her face and that is like me. She's got my hair. She's got certain bits of her are a bit like, she gets from my side. My children are both absolute hodgepodge of each of, me and their father, I think. And everyone says she's like me because I think she's got the same sense of humour, and it's that sort of thing that I think people identify with. And with my son, I think I don't say he looks particularly like me, but I think he looks more like my side of the family with his face. But he's got lots of his father's traits he's just like his father in a lot of ways. And physically, he's tall like his father. He's slim. He never sort of puts weight on. But he's got my sort of hair. You could go down to all the sort of minutiae of everyone, couldn't you? But suffice to say that they're a bit of a mixture. But I was really surprised because I thought all the stuff he's starting to do. And I noticed when I was living with him recently for the last couple of years when he stayed with us, some of the stuff he did. And his cooking, I mean, I never think of, because he's lived away with his friends, or then he married for quite a number of years. I didn't really think about him sort of cooking dinners and all this stuff, but he does all that, and he doesn't mind, he's a bit like me with that. He does do it, and it's maybe not his most favourite thing in the world, but he does it. So I was just saying to him, I'm quite surprised that you're more like me than I thought in that way, things he does. And he was saying as well, he says, well, I think I'm a mixture of all of us, so we are, aren't we? And then of course as I've said before, you look at your children and your children's children, and then you can sort of see traits again. And as I've said before, people that we haven't got anymore in our lives, like grandparents and aunts and uncles and things, that my grandchildren's great-grandparents, and you can see traits in them. I can see a lot of my parents and my my in-laws, to be fair, in my children. Well, not a lot, I don't want to scare them, but bits and pieces. So yeah, it's quite interesting. And yeah, with Christmas, we've also got in our family, we're a bit of a blended family anyway, because current husband is my second husband. I've only had two, I haven't had any more than two. Sometimes it seems like more, but no, I haven't. And we've got we've got multi-faith as well. So my two grandchildren that are my son's children, they're both Jewish. And obviously, well, not obviously, but my son isn't. We aren't. But their mother is, and they. I think it's a thing anyway that don't children take on, unless anyone stipulates anything different within the couple. I think you take on the faith of your mother, don't you? But anyway, they are, and they go to, they adopt that side of their family. And my son's never had a problem with, none of us had a problem with it. It's just another facet. I just wish I knew a bit more about the religion in a way, though, because when they married, my son and she's not his wife anymore, but when they married, we had what do you call it? A service in a place, rather than, it wasn't in a church or a synagogue or anything, but half of it was like a registry office marriage. It was in a nice hotel. No, it's not a hotel, it was in London. They got married in London. It's called the Hurlingham Club. I don't quite know what they do there, but it's a bit posh. And so they had the wedding there, but then the second half of the wedding, they had a rabbi and had a blessing and whatever. But our side of the family didn't really have much of an idea what was going on and what it all meant. I mean, the rabbi was very nice. He was what do you call them? Not a free, not a, I suppose, orthodox. I don't really know. I hope I'm not offending anyone of you that if you're Jewish and you know more about this than me. But the whole thing about this was really, I wish I did know a bit more, because as being as part of your wedding service, it would be nice if the in-laws of the bride would know really what was going on and why things were happening, because I think it's quite interesting. And when their first child was born, they had a blessing at a synagogue which we went to, and I didn't have a clue. What was going on, and it was in a massive synagogue where there were services going on anyway, and yeah, I just didn't really understand any of it, and it's a shame really, because I would have liked to have known. I'm not none of us, me, my children's father and my children, none of us has got any religious beliefs, but we strongly respect anyone that has. And I think, to be honest, I sometimes think it would be nice if I did have, because I think religion brings you, I'm not, the positive side of religion, I think it brings people a lot of comfort. And also it's a nice sort of family thing, because with my daughter-in-law's family, they do, they get together frequently. There's there seems to be lots of different celebrations within that religion. And all her family get together for that, and it's something that people like us we don't really, apart from Christmas and Easter and that, we don't really do anything, we don't really celebrate anything. But whatever religion you are, I think it is quite interesting to know a bit about it, especially if my grandchildren are being brought up within that religion, but obviously they've got their father's influence as well, so he makes it quite clear that he doesn't have the same beliefs, but he supports what they believe in. So you can't say fairer than that. But I just wonder if if it's something that any of you have had in your family, because for them, although my daughter-in-law's family, they're not what I would call, I'm using the word orthodox, but I don't know if that's the right word to use. But but you know, they do, obviously it is important to them, the religion is important to them. And be interesting to see how my grandchildren grow up, and I suppose they'll just carry on doing what they do now, and they're only 4 and just about coming up to 5 and 8. So yeah, it'd be interesting. I expect they'll just keep observing the religion, because that's perhaps what they'll do. But yeah, just thought it was an interesting topic, really. You know, I know my son and his wife aren't actually married anymore, although they are still on very cordial terms. But it was never anything to do with that was you know, any problem within their relationship. He used to you know, support her with that. So yes, it's good. I'm going on a bit, aren't I? Right. I think what I'll do now is so just to say, I think my next video will probably be, I'm hoping it'll be done by the end of the week. My friend who likes to come and help when I do decorations, now she's my lovely friend who's been having chemotherapy recently, and I don't think she'll mind me saying, because she'll tell anyone and their wife that she's been we have a little bit of a joke about that. And so she wants to come and help me, but she's finished her chemo, which is great, but she's now starting on a regime of radiotherapy. So she's been assured that she's not going to be feeling too bad, because with the chemo, a lot of you will probably know, with chemo you get a kind of a pattern of feeling good and not so good, and you know, losing your taste, or you know, feeling sick, or what, you know, all these not very nice things. And she's been assured that she won't have that. She might just feel very tired. And I don't know how she's been an absolute trooper. So she does watch me, so I've got to say nice things about her. But she's been an absolute trooper. She's coped with all this marvellously well. And yeah, so all to the good. So anyway, I'm not sure whether she's around this week because of that, how she'll be feeling, but she wants to come and help me if she can. It's more fun actually doing it with someone, but you know, we'll see how we go. So I'll take you and show you, well, there's nothing really to see. I'll show you the stuff that's lying around and what a mess everything is. And I'm kind of hoping by the end of the week, when you see this, tomorrow I've got to I'm on flat cleaning duties with my daughter, because the daughter that's moving, she's at work all day. She's on one of these some business trip. So my other daughter and myself, we're going there. So I've got to try and get this video up today, and I won't be able to do much decorating tomorrow. So I'm hoping I can cram it into Wednesday and the Thursday. So I will hopefully. Oh, my little dog's on the floor. I'll show you in a minute. Hopefully I will be able to show you something that's near to finished on Friday. If not, I'll just have to think of something else to do. Thank you so much for all those kind comments that you wrote last week. I think I did confuse a few people when I was talking about doorstep collections, charity ones. 1 or 2 of you seem to think I was talking about, you know, the plastic bags that you put clothes in. So I'm really sorry, it's my fault if I wasn't clear, because I rattle on and I don't really, if I know what I'm talking about or thinking about, you know, I think it's clear, but I'm not very good at that. So it wasn't that I was talking about, it was people coming around asking for charity donations at your door, you know, knocking on your door and saying, you know, can you support Great Ormond Street Hospital or whatever it might be, and then they're all sort of chirpy and like want to be your friend, and you just want them to bugger off, really, don't you? But yes, so it was that I was talking about, so I'm sorry if I confused some of you. I don't think there's anything else. Thank you for watching. I will do a little, just in a minute, I'll just go round with the camera and talk over on the camera. And but I will say a proper goodbye now, and thank you. If you'd like to subscribe to my channel and don't, please do, it would be great. It really does help. And yeah, it just makes your channel available to more people. And I don't think my channel really goes out to very many people. I don't know why not, but I'm not going to go all through that again. But I don't do this for, I do this, I started this channel for me, and I feel like I did the right thing because I enjoy doing it, and I enjoy talking to you, and I enjoy hearing from you. And that's the important thing, isn't it? So I should say ta-ta for now, and I will show you the mess that my house is in at the moment. So bye-bye. It's my little dog. This is Bo having a little rest near me on the carpet. So we're starting in the room I've just been talking to you from. I had to move stuff from downstairs upstairs. This is the things I've just showed you, and I've got a big pile of boxes of stuff I've showed you in the last couple of weeks, and some crafting bits there. The lights that are going outside, that's all sort of in this room. Now this is the Christmas trees I've got. So I've got a green tree there, I think it's about 5-6 foot, I don't know. A flocked one. They're all, I've just pulled them apart because I couldn't get past them. I've got a couple of these sort of weird, that nothing of course is flocked, it's all just come out the loft. Then I've had to change lighting around. I've got some new lighting to show you downstairs. So yeah, this is the children's room. So this is everything that's come down from the loft, all the boxes of stuff that had been sorted. I'm kind of hoping that when I've decorated, finished decorating, I don't know if I can't get in, so I can get rid of some more of this. So yeah, that's my plan. Right, so this morning, let me go down the stairs. I don't know if you'd remember my hallway. It's I had a bench here which I'd moved, so I moved this here. This is the whole Wi-Fi scenario that my daughter's going to help me sort out, hopefully. This is a pencil tree that I bought a few years ago, and again, it's not flocked or anything. And I put it in a basket because I never know what to do with that basket, and I saw lots of people putting trees in baskets this year, so I thought, hello. So that's there. So this is an empty space now. Yeah, so I've taken a lot of the bits, there's my blooming Wi-Fi thing, taken quite a few, well, I think virtually all the ornaments. I think I might leave those little pictures in those little round things. I don't think they need to come down, but I might move them, I don't know. My plan is to run a garland across the top of that, do you know, I can't think what this is called, what do you call it? Boarding? Oh, whatever it is. And over that side as well, which means me having to shimmy the TV round a bit. Now, I know a lot of people put their TVs on the wall, and I just don't like that. I like to be able to, I don't really want to sit with a TV higher than need be anyway. And yeah, it's just not my thing. I'd rather have a table for it. I mean, I don't particularly like that table, but it goes with the other stuff in here. So now these are my new lights. Can you see them? And the good thing about these, you might have seen other people buy these, because I think I first saw them on YouTube. They are battery and they have a remote control. Now this, what you do is you, I'll show you actually because it's in the kitchen, you just recharge the bulb with a little USB thingy, and yeah, you can have all sorts of colour lights. So I bought those. I mean, they weren't cheap, but they don't seem to do too many different styles. But I like this because they're kind of reminiscent of the wall lights over there. I know they're not the same, but I think they're kind of, if lights could have relatives, these lights, can you see? Similar, they're similar anyway. These are these are mains. They're been channeled, the wiring is in the wall, you know. I'm going to actually hoover. Oh dear. Haven't even put the washing up away yet, that's bad, I usually do that. Yeah, so this is the bulb, which is charging with a USB thing. And we had them on over the weekend and they last quite a long time actually. I've got a bit of a think about these rechargeable lights. Now, this is, hang on just 1 minute. Right, so I'll show you this one which has got the bulb in because I've charged it. It will come on, I think it'll come on in a colour. So this is red, but I mean I don't particularly like coloured lights on the wall, so it can be white. That's a bright white. Sorry if you're light sensitive, I should have said. That's more of a warm white. This one's not working because the bulb's charging, but can you see? And you can get all different colours. You know, if you I think it's brilliant. I'm really quite chuffed with those. I've been wanting some for ages, and I saw somebody putting them up in her home. I think, well, I got them from Amazon because you don't seem to be able to buy them from too many places, but they're dead easy to put up. I did get current husband to do it, but I could have done it myself actually. You didn't have to drill. So yeah, I'm quite chuffed with those. Yeah, so I think that's going to be moved. I don't know. It's all a bit of a mess. And I'm going to tell you what I'm going to do in the new year. I'm going to treat myself to some new cushions because these ones are absolutely horrible. Dog wants to go out. Well, a lot of stuff been blown about from the storms. Well, let me just show you while I'm here, my little thingy bob my plants that I planted. So I don't know that you can see terribly well, but that's the hellebore, and you've got some of the violas. I think it just looks nice, pretty colours, and I can't see any buds on this yet, but it is growing. My friend told me to cut the foliage away so you can see the flowers on a hellebore, so I did that because there are loads of little flowers in there. I'm ever so pleased with that. And this arch, I mean, I don't know what I'm thinking half the time. That's going to have Christmas decorations on, and I've got my little tree thing there with my fairies in. So, oh look, current husband's put a fairy on on here. That's a good idea. Sorry, I bought this little gizmo, little hand stick thing. It's because I use a camera to video, I don't use a phone, and so it's a Sony camera, and I saw this Sony, I didn't think they call it a grip stick or something, so you can, I bought this because of my trip to Cologne. And I thought, I do want to be able to video some stuff, and I've got to get over myself really, haven't I? Because I don't really like videoing outside in public. But I thought it would be a shame not to get some footage. So yeah, I bought this thing. I'm just giving it a bit of a try today. So anyway, I think that's it for today. Thank you so much for watching. Really appreciate it. Thank you for, well, I don't know, everything. You know, it's just so nice. If I've missed, I've replied, I think, up until this morning anyway, to all my comments. If I haven't, I seem to have replied to some people twice. I don't know quite what's happening here. I'm terrible, aren't I? I don't know what I'm doing. But if you haven't had a reply from me, please don't be offended or think, oh, she can't be bothered, because I really can. And sometimes they go into my YouTube sort of, I don't even know how it goes there and what it is, but there's a whole list of my comments that come onto my phone. Obviously in YouTube, but there's also another place that they go sometimes, and I don't necessarily go there and check them, but I've started doing that, so I hope I haven't missed anyone out. If I have and you've asked me something, please just write again. Oh, and the other thing, before I go, I know I say this every now and again and I don't really get a lot of response, but I thought about doing another Q&A thing because I've had some new subscribers and it might be, I don't know, you might have some questions for me. And you know, so if you would like me to do a Q&A, please send me some questions. You can either do that in the community thing. Don't ask me how you get to that because I don't know. I know I can write on the community bit. But if you know how to do that, or just put something in the comments and maybe I could do something, you know, maybe next time or the time after that, and for the benefit of anyone new who is interested in anything about me. I don't mind what you ask about. I mean, I won't give, if you ask me for my bank details, I won't give you that, but anything else, just ask me and we can get a little conversation going. And if you've given me a couple of ideas for videos, I do take this on board and I will try and fit some stuff that you've suggested in. So thank you so much. I'm going to stop talking now. Great to see you, have your company, and I'll see you again very soon. Bye bye. Sorry, I forgot to say, hopefully you haven't quite switched off yet. On the Q&A thing, or in fact anything you want to, if you're thinking of following me on Instagram or anything, please don't bother at the moment. I got a new phone and you know how you have to reset things up and go put passwords in and everything, and for some reason when I try to locate my Instagram account, it's going to an old one at you know, at a previous name. Well, not my previous name, but you know, not my Linda T one. So I'm so sorry, my daughter's tried to sort it out and she can't do it, so I don't quite know what's happened. If anyone knows, let me know. So it's not got any of you, the people that have followed me. I mean, I know I don't use Instagram really anyway, but if you need to send me a message, it's sometimes a good thing to use. And so please don't use that because I haven't got access to it at the moment. If that changes, I'll let you know. So thank you. Take care. Bye.